Hello everyone again, and welcome to episode 6 of Phil's Picks. Harry Kiltman and the Warehouse of Azkaban. Ooh, guarded by Dementors named Jesus. It's true. I know I'm going to get emails and complaints this isn't the right book in the series. I mean, there's a stone in there somewhere. Whatever. Send them to Phil at golddisc.com. At least I know you're watching the video. Hey, a lot of people have asked me for links directly to our warehouse listing. Like, you could put it up here, and YouTube would just let you put a link. Apparently they don't do that now until I get 1,000 followers or some crazy number. So we're going to put the links at the bottom. Look in the notes down here below. Not in the video, but down there. And I'll be able to put the links to these products. You can go straight to our website and order what you like. Got a whole slate today, so let's get started. Right off, I'm going to push you towards one of my favorite game companies that I believe everyone should carry. And I think we had these guys in the very first episode, but they were sort of wibbly-wobbly, so I want to make sure you see them here. The company is Haba, H-A-B-A. They're a German company, has a U.S. arm. They make the coolest games, most of which are in these yellow themed boxes. They're very easy to identify. Making a few that aren't, that are more Euro games, right? More standard, what you think of Euro games. But the prices can't be beat. And their games are phenomenal. Their number one seller is this one. This is Orchard. This is the first board game my 6-year-old played, and he still loves it. I highly recommend this for every store in the land. You got kids coming in who aren't ready for D&D. They're not ready for miniatures or paint or anything else, or clickies or dices or whatever. But man, they're ready for this. This is a game that teaches them how to game. It comes with big clunky components. You got these baskets, giant wooden fruit. The rules are super simple. It's an addictive game. Absolute number one bestseller, and it's like $20 retail. It's with a full discount. Super awesome stuff. Seriously, you need to have this in your store, if nothing else, to sell to the moms and grandmas who come in looking for little kids. This gets them started right. They do have a miniature version of that as well here. They've got several versions. This one's in a tin, the mini Orchard. Just the same thing, just much smaller components. I don't know if it's still in a tin or not. This is my own personal copy, and it's a bit older, but it's still very nice. They do a lot of other games, too. They do Lumina, which is a nice matching game. Looking for lightning bugs around here. Again, the 6-year-old picked it up right away. Beat the stuffing out of all of us in this game. Other yellow box game, got Animal Upon Animal. This is another very good selling line for them. They're stacking wooden animals. In this case, they are stacking wooden chits in a memory game. But Animal Upon Animal itself uses wooden animals to stack up, and it's super awesome effects game. This one has feathers in it, magic feathers. Uses actual feathers that you drop from on high, and they float down and tell you which critter you can get. Awesome game for kids who like to be more active. This is one of the series' my very first games. You'll notice it's ages 2 and up. They go way, way young with giant clunky components, and the disc comes in and the honey comes out, and geez, kids, little kids, they go nuts for it, man. You're never too young to be customers. Here's a couple other ones that they do very well. Rapid fire crystals. You're just trying to move all the dragon eggs and fire crystals away in time. Super cool elements there. Tiny Park. This has been around in a couple of different versions. One was an Egyptian theme treasure version. This one is building a theme park. It's basically Tetris with dice, and kids love it. The pattern is super cool. Their hottest title right now is this guy, Rhino Hero Super Battle. It is a dex game for kids and adults both. You have to stack cards. They're just bent cards is all they are, in certain manners. Like this guy has to go over 2 talls. Sometimes they can only go over 1. Sometimes they go 1 of each. You build these monstrous towers and move your figure up, and the monkeys that hang off the side, and it can collapse, and the hilarity. It's super awesome. And again, a retail of maybe $20. I don't think this one's much more than that. The most affordable games we sell, and again, you're missing a golden opportunity in your store. And I don't care where your store is or what you sell, even if you're a bunch of grognards and war games and miniatures and bah humbug, you got moms that come in, you got people that want to look for younger stuff. Right here, man, guaranteed sale. Super easy. Haba Games, can't miss them. Next up, we're going to talk a bit about 2 of my current favorite board games, Alien Artifacts, actually 3, and Imperial Settlers. My third, which would go up here, is Robinson Crusoe. However, I can't find my own personal copy. I think it's run off somewhere. The games themselves have been great. We've discussed them before. You can see all the awards this guy has won. If it's got an award splat, it's on this box. Alien Artifacts is not far behind, and the expansion is due out very soon. But here's what's really cool about all of this. Portal Games is supplying event kits for these games. So Robinson Crusoe's 2018 in-store event kit. You can order this right now. It is an available item from Golden. I'll show you what all's inside. There are posters. There's extra time travel cards. These are bonus cards. There are gamer cards for the game. You can play an actual gamer. You give these out to the winners. Here are some bonus... what are those? Fish meeples, yep. And then a poster and instructions and everything you need to do. You can hang this up in your store, show them the time right down here. It's very cool, and if it has a cost, it's minimal. I think it's $5 maybe? I don't know if it's that much. Quick note, just saying hello, here's how it works, here's what we'd like to find out. Please let us know on our social medias, and we will share them from there. Really amazing thing they're doing. They're also doing another demo kit. Comes in a box like this, one per store. And this has in it lots and lots of other stuff. One of their catalogs. This is mainly for Alien Artifacts. This is how the program works. If you're a reseller, brick and mortar selling board games, it gives them a lot of support. Here's the expansions. Just good things coming up. Tells you about what they do. There's an Imperial Settlers expansion pack, an Empire pack in here, Alien Artifacts Discovery expansion pack. Those are good for use. Neuroshima Hex, which isn't on the table today, but still very popular. This is the Iron Gang Hex Puzzles pack. Includes a bonus army tile. Very, very nice. And also inside the box is an Imperial Settlers in-store event kit. Same type thing. You got the note as to what to do with it, but you also get this lovely play mat. And inside is a poster just like the other one to help promote Imperial Settlers. Now, this is what I like to see publishers doing. You guys are doing this right. Well done. Big thumbs up. Support the products that are out there with stuff like this that is low cost and super high profile. Get folks in your store. They're going to love it. That's the way to do it. Again, Portal Games. Sorry, give me a minute to clear all this off here. Those are available right now. Let's now go to big heavy game boxes, and I'm going to talk about these guys. This is Dan Burson Games, DVG. Dan has been cranking out military simulations games for years now, and boy has he hit his stride. His current releases are really something impressive, right? There's a Israeli Air Force leader, has been out for a little while, but here's Sherman Leader. He's done an older game called Tiger Leader. This is the upgrade kit, brings you up to the Sherman Leader standards. They are a solitaire strategy game. All of these games can be played solitaire, as well as B-17, as well as Warfare, as well as all these other card games he does. They can all be played solo. Very, very cool. You play an entire campaign. You're the leader of a squad of Sherman tanks. You can go through actual campaigns. You have crew losses. Same thing with IAF and all of the others, the submarine games like that, the B-17 games like that. You lose crewmen, you lose aircraft, and have to start all over again. And DVG really supports these very well with extraordinary rules. Their quality is second to none. They do also supply miniatures for these guys. Some very nice miniatures. They're not cheap, but they're very, very nice as playing pieces in these games. Tiger Leader comes with Sherman Leader. It's bundled together, so you can get the upgrade kit all together as one, and that just brings you up to snuff with Tiger Leader. DVG, the link will be down here at the bottom. Dan, you guys are doing it right. Also, please keep up with the good work, and we will supply you with good stuff. Here's another good stuff. Just added. News Bulletin, breaking news. Brand new publisher here at Golden, who we're taking pre-orders for them now. This is Formal Ferret Games. Yes, Formal Ferret. Look at that logo. It's a ferret. How very dapper and formal he is. Two games that are super awesome. We've had these for a while, and we're super excited that we're able to offer them to you. Wordsy is an unabridged game. It's, again, can be played solo for up to 6 people. A very simple, high-scoring word game that can be picked up in 30 seconds. And then The Networks. This is a relevant game. Welcome to the TV network business. You're trying to plot shows, get your pilots in line, make sure they're in the right time slots, beat the other guys. You get $165 million in small cardboard markers. I mean, that's right there worth the price of admission. Brand new publisher. We're just listing them now. We should be able to place a PO in a couple of weeks for these products and get you what you want. So put them in your war box, and we will make sure that you get all the copies you need. Here's a company that I brought in last year and has done extremely well. I want you to make sure you know about them. This is Firelock Games, and they do a game called Blood and Plunder. It is a miniatures game that did very well on Kickstarter. They are very nice miniatures. These are, I believe, French Caribs. Yeah, I can't read that. Unit pack. The sculpts are very well done, super high quality. The rulebook is, again, super well done. Ship combat, everything you need in the back for reference. Very, very good, solid rule set. How to ship-to-ship combat, piracy. I mean, it's lighting the world on fire. They have entire units in a box. This is a French nationality starter set. You can see here all the ways they can be painted up. You get a French commander, filibustiers, marines, buccaneers, all the guys. They also do ships. Check this out. They do a frigate, and I don't think this was 3D printed. I think it's an actual sculpt. And these retail for $99, but they look just like this when you get done. No, they're not pre-painted. You're going to have to pre-paint it. You're going to have to paint yourself. Look at this fella, right? You got all your rigging, your cannons, got your metalwork. There's your ship. 28mm frigate. Good for any pirate combat you go in from any system, but you should use this system, Blood and Plunder. Like I said, they did very well on Kickstarter. They got hit by the hurricane last winter and had to shut down for a bit. In Florida, got nailed really hard, but I believe they're back up and going again. Shouldn't affect your orders in any way. We have been selling these really well and are probably due for a restock. So again, if you don't see it in the inventory, go ahead and put it in your war box. We'll order it up for you on our next one. You'll get it here in a couple of weeks. Next up, let's talk about another one of my favorite publishers, Ares Games. Oh, the Italians, I love them to death. Sword and Sorcery is sort of their bread and butter. This has been out for quite some time now, and the expansions are numerous. Lots and lots of guys. It's just a gigantic miniatures board game, a dungeon crawl like no other. 32mm scale figures. They're a little big, but they're really well done, extremely good sculpts, and supported like nobody's business. They're also very well known for Sails of Glory and Wings of Glory. If you've never seen it, it's a wonderful way to get people quick and easy into miniatures combat. This is World War II, Messerschmitts and Spitfires. You get everything you need. You get your map, you get your movement sticks, your stands, your fighters. And, the sculpts aren't bad. The paint jobs are very nice. The support is amazing from these guys because they have all manner of aircraft from all different fleets and all the different Axis and Allies units from World War II. World War I as well. Super spectacular. Here is your Spitfire. Very, very nice. Very well done. Their work is like this across the board. So if you want Wings of Glory World War I, we've got that as well. Sails of Glory with full sail from the Napoleonic era, more or less. Fantastic combat game. They also partnered with a company from Poland called Galacta Games. Galacta Games has made some pretty spectacular stuff. They've done Age of Thieves, which is a 2 to 4 player game of, it's thieves thieving each other. Giant map of a fantasy town. You have various missions, 28 miniatures in here as well. Really neat game, super cool. Again, fantastic 2-player rules, and up to 4, and it works very well that way. Ares also did Last Friday, which is your horror movie. Let's call it Friday the 13th or Camp Crazy Lake or whatever they were called. The ultimate survival horror experience. Yes, you're trying to escape from the island and not get slashed by the guy with the machete. It's a load of fun, especially on dark Halloween nights. What Galacta's done that I really like, though, is this game, This War of Mine, which is based, I believe, on a video game of the same name. This is one of the hardest games out there right now, because you start out in a post-apocalyptic society, and you're trying to survive, quite frankly. You've got good miniatures, you've got all this stuff, but you start out with barely any food, you're in a rundown house, and everyone's trying to kill you and steal your food. So the first few run-throughs of this can end very poorly, and that's kind of expected. It is story-based, though, and it's immensely heavy with all of the books and the text that are in here to help fluff out the story if you can survive the first couple of days. A hint is pick up a bed. A bed helps you sleep. It's important in the game. Check this out. We have this in stock, and it's extremely popular, doing very, very well. I like it a lot. This War of Mine from Galacta, which is Ares Games, also 11-bit studios. Super awesome. Let's talk about somebody who's celebrating their 7th birthday this year. That would be Greater Than Games. Greater Than has done wonderful things with wonderful folks all over the planet. We've got Spirit Island, which is a super freaky game that I cannot describe in words. You have to play it. You can play it solo. I recommend it with a group of 4 because it's... I can't tell you about it. It's pretty cool. I Hey, but then I'd have to wipe your memory. Awful. Exoplanets is brand new. So new, in fact, that I punched it out, said, man, those are pretty, and have not yet played it. My apologies. It's getting great reviews, though, and the quality is second to none. Exoplanets, brand new from Greater Than Games. Check it out. It's coming in. Viva Java, the dice game. If you're a coffee head, this has how you roll up custom brews. It's all on coasters and dice. It's something you could play in the Starbucks if you like, or you could crack one open in your store if you've got a cafe, a game cafe. And here you go. Here's your game. Viva Java from Dice Hating Games. And also, Brew Crafter. Same guys if you got a brew pub or you just want something cool and a neat way to show how to build ciders and beers. And it's very Puerto Rico-y in the way the placements and ingredients all have to be purchased and warehoused. I really dig it. These are all available from Greater Than Games. Their imprint, Dice Hating Games, or who they sell stuff for. It's very, very cool. They're having their 7th anniversary this year, and as such, they're running some really cool specials and some promos, and they're going to do in-store stuff. Check out the banner on our website, goldendisc.com. At the top, there's one about this promo going on from Greater Than Games. So check those guys out. All right, now I'm going to show you some stuff that we do not have. The things I'm about to show you are things that are either on pre-order, because they're not available yet. They're things that I really, really want to bring in, and so I want to show them to you so you can get excited about them. And if there is enough excitement, we'll bring it in. And number 3, well, you'll just have to see number 3. First off is Fallout Wasteland Warfare. And this has been a very, very, very popular new announcement from the guys at Modifius. It is a miniature-based board game based on the immensely popular Fallout series. It is full of glorious, beautiful miniatures, and I have seen those miniatures. I'm going to bring them out here for you. Don't pay attention to the ones in the back. Pay attention to the gray guys. These sculpts are... Oh, that guy lost his arm. Pay no attention to the armless man. Here is one of the troopers. As you can see, the detail on these guys is phenomenal. That is a 2-piece plus base. So yes, they all do come where you have to build them, but look at them. They're really, really nice. Here's a female trooper. I like the detail on her. She's very, very nice. The box comes with tons of these things. I believe there are, how many miniatures? 100 cards, 12 pre-assembled hardened miniatures. And then these guys. Here's one of the guys in the power armor. Here's a desk jockey if you've ever seen one. Look at this guy. Ooh, he's bad. Look at him. So these are coming soon. These are available for pre-order now. I believe they're going to supposedly land in May. There are several store bundles available, or if you get 6, you get some promo minis and a demo copy. There's terrain available. They're doing the Red Rocket Cafe. Tons of expansions. And I know some of you have asked about the resin kits that are available on their website. The resin stuff I cannot get. That's only for website-only customers. And I kind of get why they're doing it, because it costs a lot more to make the resin. It is heavier. It is going to be in less demand than the plastics and whatnot. And so, you know, some of the things, they're going to have to ship direct. I get that. I'm okay with that. I'd rather avoid the hassle. So if you need something that's resin-based from these guys, I can't help you. Everything else, though, absolutely. Very, very hot, and we're looking very forward to it. All right, that was number 1. Next up is number 2. This is a German company that's been around for 100 and something years called Noch, N-O-C-H. And they have a terrain division called Ziterdes, Z-I-T-E-R-D-E-S. We had these guys way, way back when, 2009, 2010 timeframe, maybe even earlier, long before I got here. But they've improved a lot since then. And they make an amazing line of game terrain. They're primarily known as model train guys. I think they said they were the guys who invented Flock like 130 years ago. And they supply a lot of people with Flock. But their lines of terrain and of dungeon dressing and stuff like that they make are amazing. Here's how they come packaged. I want you guys to see this to tell me what you think. They are shrink wrapped. They're very sturdy. It's glued onto this board. It's a hang tag. And this is what most of their things are going to be coming in. These are gray foam. That is actually a poured or a sprayed styrofoam that's gray inside. Very lightweight, ships easy, amazingly durable, and the coolest thing is the retail on this will be like $40 tops, maybe even less, $35. Super affordable, even from Germany, even importing it. I have a good feeling about these guys, because you can dress them very easily just with white glue and some Flock or some tufts or whatever. Boom, boom, boom. You've got decorated terrain all ready to go. Here, I'll show you this guy. This is the throne room they sent me. I opened this one up so I could start gouging at the back and see where the white was. And you can see there is no white. It's gray foam. there's no white to show. So you can pound miniatures on this guy all day long, and the white isn't going to show. They're all to scale. They all have the 1-inch squares on them. Really, really cool. And again, this guy, I think this guy is one of the most expensive ones, and he'll be $58 US SRP. Again, that's after discount and everything. This is nuts. They're crazy. Here are some more. This is a barn. They do come very slightly pre-painted with the red, and of course you can detail them up all the more that you want. Stand them on a table. You can hang them on a peg. Again, very lightweight, super durable. I'm just chucking these off the end of the table, and they're piling up. See, told you. There's a floor 1 of a tavern. I think this is $21. SRP, something like that. Very, very affordable. Here's a building, and there's some more modern stuff. They do have some removable here. Oh, this is Smith & Sons. It says right there on the nameplate. And it is a warehouse, removable. Again, super awesome. They do boats as well. Here's their version of a frigate on a card, ready to go. The backs all have the same things. The backs all show all of their various battle-ready stuff and the modular gaming tables, which we'll show you in a second. The big squares. We need big squares in a second. So, here are some more. There are just some, again, very lightweight, easy to chuck around on the table. These guys are going to be retailing for like $8 or $9 a piece, maybe. Yeah. Go get those on. Here's a silo. This is a wizard's tower, I think this is. It's on a bag, but, lightweight, man. It looks really good. Here is a tower of some type. Oh, I lost my sign. Bye sign. I'll get you in a minute. Here's a barn with some lovely flocking on it. These things are really, really cool. Oh, yeah, here's one of my favorites. This one's the Weathertop / Coliseum, what have you. Let's see. Over here, a bag of trees. These are neat. Here's your terrain all ready to go, all flocked up. And they're really nice. I think this going to sell for $11 maybe, US retail. Very, very affordable. So speaking of tufts and of flock and whatnot, they do supply these. These are neat. These are, what is that, cattails? They're laser cut cattails. They're made of paper, what have you, laser etched. Here are some more small things. There's a desk, and there's a gate, and these are all blistered. Have the barcodes on the back, and look pretty durable here. They do sell, also, no fun for you, they do sell these guys, flock here and here, and this is grass, so the guys who invented it are pretty cool about it. Now, these are barely going to fit into the camera, and the last thing I want to show you from these guys, they're these massive plates. They are what they call the MGT, the Modular Gaming Table, to create your battles. These are hard plastic, hilled terrain, or what have you. This one over here has a bridge on it. This one's got, you can see a bridge and some basic water effects and some basic tuft painted on there. Let's see if I can get this up in front of the camera. I'm knocking everything over. They got a whole range of them. I believe there's 12 different ones. These are some sci-fi ones. This one has a clear bridge going over it, and they can all link together. So, and there's 4 they sent me. Here's another one. This is another stream that connects to some rocks. If you're running any miniatures games in your store, if you've got guys who are in a club, or if you're looking for a whole table full of terrain, these are about 20 inches on a side. 6-8 of these would cover a 4x8 table in seconds flat, and super durable. Injection molded plastic. So listen, I don't know if I'm going to be bringing these guys in or not. Let me get my sign off the floor. I'm trying to convince the powers that be that this is a good idea. I think it is. I think this stuff's going to be affordable and looks amazing and can't be beat. So if you're interested in this, please drop me a line. I desperately, desperately need to know that you think these are cool and you want to see what the pricing is going to be like. Phil@golddisc.com. Don't miss that. I need to know all of that. All right. So the last thing I'm going to show you is something old and something new. I'll bring these guys to the forefront. For many of you who were at the Gamma Trade Show last year, you saw me handing out these. This is a prototype sample of Snape, the actual Alan Rickman sculpt of Snape from the Harry Potter films. This is a promo item from Night Models, starting to build excitement for the Harry Potter Miniatures Adventure game, which they just announced is going to drop on Kickstarter on March 14th, I believe. And that's great for them, but for us, we're just building excitement here. We want you to know that whatever they're going to do, we're going to back it. We like these guys. We're on line with whatever they have to do. I've seen this game. It looks nice. The excitement is worth it. The buzz is really worth it. And I'll tell you why. Part of why is the miniatures. And we had these painted last year, these guys on this tray here, for our Gamma Trade Show booth. And you've seen pictures of them online, but I want to show you what we had painted last year. Now, these are done by a professional miniatures painter. Yes, let's see how close we can get without some focus. Come here, focus. Get in there. So, yeah, you know, a semi-pro did these.
Hello everyone, sorry about that. The audio cut out on my camera for some reason while I was recording this segment of the video, so I'm laying down an audio track to go over top of it. What I'm trying to do here is show you the amazing sculpting quality of these Night Models miniatures for the Harry Potter game. What they sent me were prototypes last year for the Gamma Trade Show that I had painted up. The Hermione swirl there is particularly nice. I had them displayed last year. They're Sirius Black. In our booth in Vegas. Now, I'm pretty sure they're going to be coming out in plastic in the release version once it hits, but I'm not entirely sure. I just know that these are metal and they're very, very good sculpts indeed. There's a couple of Death Eaters down there. Coming up next here is, it's Helena Bonham Carter. The camera stinks at bringing in the good detail, but man, the sculpts are fantastic on these things. They really created a sensation when they were on the floor last year in Vegas. And here's my favorite. This is the Snape miniature. This is Alan Rickman in 28 millimeter. It gives me chills even to see this on the video. You gotta see this thing up close. Painted up right, it is absolutely glorious. They gave me a bunch of these last year to hand out at the Gamma Trade Show. They were metal prototype figures of the Snape. That is the Alan Rickman Snape. That is the miniature. It's going to be in the game. I don't know if they're going to be metal or not. I think they're plastic in the game. Not entirely sure, but I do have a metal one left, and I am going to be giving it away to a store. Any store who hears this all the way to the end of the video and thinks it's a grand idea, you drop me an email, phil@golddisc.com there, and I will put you in the drawing, and then the next time we do a video, I will draw out a winning store, and I will make sure that you get this thing mailed to you. Probably the only one left around. I know we gave out a ton of them last year, but they seem to do the trick, and we're going to put you in a drawing for this. It's your carrot. Make sure you're listening all the way to the end. That's it for this week. We do have the Gamma Trade Show coming up in Reno in 2 weeks. Registration is open. Rooms and tickets are still available. GammaTradeShow.com is the website. Please check it out there when you get a chance. I hope to see you in Reno in a couple of weeks. I'd love to set up a meeting with you. The hands of my assistant will come in here in a moment and show you all the amazing things. If you have any questions, drop me an email, phil@golddisc.com. All of the links will be down here at the bottom. I can't link in the video anymore for some stupid reason. You can only see the links in the notes below. I hope to hear from each of you soon. Talk to you then. Thanks. Have a great one. Bye.